everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I'm here with a sneak peek unboxing from Diamond Art Club. Thanks to Diamond Art Club for sending this over. This kit is part of this upcoming weekend's new releases and is coming out tomorrow, which is Saturday, November 2nd at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're at the Diamond or Ruby tier of the rewards program, you do get a half an hour early access window, so just make sure you're signed into your account or keep an eye out for that email if you're wanting to take advantage of that. So the kit I have to share with you today is called Witch's Cottage, which I have affectionately named Baba Yaga, but make it cute. So I'm filming this on Halloween, which just feels completely perfect. I cannot wait to see how this looks, especially this like rainbow going on in the background. This is just so seasonally perfect right now. So I'm gonna take you on a little tour of the features of the box. So the artist for this piece is Moonbound Studio, who has made a lot of pieces kind of in this style and tends to be really popular with Diamond Art Club and look really good with their rendering style too. This is going to be 55.8 by 75.9 centimeters or 22 by 30 inches. This is a nice kind of sweet spot size from Diamond Art Club in my opinion. And then on the box we have some blue branding down here that you'll see with their square drill diamond painting kits, as well as the rendering of the artwork wrapped around the top of the box, which is really pretty. On the side, you'll see some information about the number of colors we're going to have and the special drills, as well as the total number of diamonds. That's a lot of colors, you guys, 84. I would not have expected that for a kit that is so many dark colors, actually. So I'm very curious to see how that looks. Here on the back, we have some information about how to diamond paint. I have a diamond painting for beginners video that'll be linked below in the description box. And then we have your kit contents, and then down at the bottom of the box, you will have the title, the thumbnail, the artist, and the size. This is really handy, I've found, for when I'm trying to find a kit in my diamond painting collection, since I do store them all on their side kind of stacked on top of each other. So just by looking at the end of the box, I'm able to tell what the kit is. I don't have to like pull out the box or anything like that. Happy Halloween, says my neighbor's dog. Anyway, if you're brand new to Diamond Art Club and thinking of making your very first purchase, I have a 20% off coupon that you are more than welcome to use. It's just my name, Katie, K-A-T-I-E, and the number 20. It is an affiliate code, so I may make a small commission should you choose to use it. That always goes straight back into my channel, so thank you so much if you do. And let's take a look at what is included in here. So there's our toolkit, our sticker and pamphlet, and our treasure quest cards. So first, let's take a look at our toolkit. This features some recent changes and upgrades, which I have covered and talked about in some various videos on my channel. So if you want to hear me go in depth about it and see some demos, kind of hear my thoughts as I'm working with these tools, I will have some videos linked below for that. Here we have a new twist and pick pen, as they're calling it. You could pull this cap off the end. Sometimes it gets kind of stuck, like really stuck. And then you just give this a twist and then the putty will start coming out the end. Is that, I don't think that's cracked. So I don't see any putty coming out the side, but there, the putty is coming out the end. So it is refillable if you fill it, twist it back the other direction, so you can put more putty in there if you like. Then on the end, there's a 4-placer. You can also pull this out, and they do include a 7-placer, as well as one of the kind of standard older style of tips. So if you prefer this to this kind of tip, you can pop this in the end and use that instead. They do give you some additional extra, sorry, I'm a little turned on here. Some extra putty in case you use up everything that's in the pen, and they also give you some pink wax in case you prefer that to the putty. Then we have a bag of baggies in case you want to store your leftover diamonds in these. And then my favorite of the toolkit upgrades and changes is this larger tray. I love that it is so much bigger in size. You can fit more diamonds. The walls are higher, so there's less issues with the diamonds falling out when you go to shake the tray. It also comes with a sliding lid as well as a removable stopper, and is, I don't pop that out, is stackable. There's cutouts here, so you could stack multiple of this kind of tray on top of each other. Really, really is my favorite of the toolkit upgrades. I think it's such a nice improvement from the basic tray for sure. Now, we also have, this pamphlet, which has some helpful info on and in it. We have their socials, we have some tips and tricks, we have your kit contents. This is a QR code to join the Facebook group once you've made your first purchase. These are QR codes to get 20% off your first purchase specifically through the mobile app. And then we have some step-by-step instructions written out for you. Here we have the set of stickers to go with this kit. So we have over here the title. These are all individual stickers, actually. Here's the original artwork, which you can see is, it is very dark in terms of color, but these colors are gonna, the lighter colors in the glow are just gonna pop against it so neatly. These are all individual stickers. I like to put this in my paper logbook once I start working on a kit. Here's a spot to write your start and end date, and then some of the stats on this particular kit. In the middle, we have some pre-cut sticker labels with all of our colors. These are handy because you can just peel them off and put them whatever you are kitting up your diamonds into. The code you see in the right-hand column is the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system, but there's a couple things I'd like to point out about Diamond Art Club's color codes. So first, you will often see colors at the end of the color list that have a letter at the beginning. These are different kinds of special drills. So Z, those are going to be 4 different fairy dust colors. AB, those are going to be 2 different AB colors. By the way, these used to be given a code that was at the beginning here that was under the number 150. This is a slightly more recent change that you'll see rolling out gradually with their kits. So ABs in this kit are numbered at the bottom. And then you'll sometimes see colors in the 6000s range. These are exclusive to Diamond Art Club because these aren't DMC color codes. These are actually color codes that Diamond Art Club has created to fill gaps in the DMC color code system to let them get the diamond painting that much closer to the original artwork. So those 4 colors apparently just don't exist in the DMC. So I'll show you those when we're actually looking at the diamonds, by the way. And then we have our Treasure Quest card. I'll have a link to the Treasure Quest card part of the Diamond Art Club website below if you're interested. But basically, they introduced these recently as a secondary rewards program and a cute collectible with a bit of a random element to it. So there's going to be a frame around your card that the color is, and the actual symbols and everything, including what's on the back, is going to have a certain rank. It's either going to be bronze, silver, gold, or black, with black being the rarest. Once you get certain combinations of these different tiers of rewards cards, you can combine them to redeem for rewards such as gift cards, or the top reward right now is a custom diamond painting, which is really cool. So that is the Treasure Quest card. And then the canvas and the drills are going to be in here. So let's open this up and take a quick look. Not a quick look, but you know what I mean. How is this going to be oriented? Okay, this is the top. And again, with this artwork, look at the rainbow. Oh my gosh, I love the rainbow. And kind of the blood moon too. So I am so intrigued by a canvas like this with what to me looked like not necessarily a ton of colors in the original artwork. Is apparently going to have 84 colors in it. So lots of details in this one. Oh, let me help it lay flat by rolling it backwards first. And then we'll go through some of the details a little bit easier. That should help. Okay, there we go. All right. So we have our little ghosties down here at the bottom. Again, when you're talking about light colors, like with such sharp contrast, like light colors against this really dark background, especially if these are special drills, which if I know Diamond Art Club, they will be, this is going to pop so beautifully against the dark colors. So, oh, there's a cat right there. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that in the original artwork. More ghosties. Wonder how many ghosts are total in this picture. Some of the Moonbound Studios artwork, it's kind of like it count how many ghosts are in this picture because there's so many, sometimes they're hidden. This one doesn't look like to be quite that, much of a mystery, but here we've got the house, which it is on the legs, which again is why I'm like Baba Yaga, but very much like make it adorable. And the house is really the most colorful thing, like here in the middle. And then, of course, we have the blood moon and the rainbow, too. And then some little ghosties up toward the top. And in the background, there's some kind of like buildings back there, too, it looks like. So there's a lot of subtlety in the shadows, which is neat, if you're just kind of keeping an eye out for that. Here are our diamonds, which, yeah, tons of dark colors. My gosh, we're going to take a look at these in just a little bit. First, I'm going to take you on a tour of the features on the canvas. So at the top, we have their branding, Do What Makes You Sparkle, Diamond Art Club. The edges of the canvas are scalloped and poked, so fraying shouldn't be an issue. The back is this really soft material. I feel like it lays flat really well and holds diamonds pretty well, too. They use poured glue on their canvases that is pretty sticky. I don't typically have issues with diamonds falling off my canvas. And then we have their perforated plastic covers. So these have pre-sectioned off areas. The full-size sections, when you're not on the edge, are 4 by 4 inches or 10 by 10 centimeters, give or take. And these sections are designed so that if you want to go ahead and pull them apart to work, in those pre-sectioned areas, you just grab it on either side, give it a tug, and it will split. A really quick note that something that Diamond Art Club has been having some issues with lately, and they have talked about pretty transparently for some solutions, is that some kits are affected by an error where they had started adding red lines or kind of pink lines to the perforations to make them easier to see. And even though this kit doesn't, like my version of this kit doesn't have these, that doesn't mean that it isn't possible that yours won't. I have seen that some kits, even of the same artwork and the same release, have been affected and others haven't, so I wanted to make sure I mention it. If your kit does have the pink lines on it, and if those pink lines have transferred to the background on this kit, you have a couple of options. So, well, for one, this kit has square drills, so they're not going to show up, especially because they're dark colors. However, if you want to return your canvas, that is one solution Diamond Art Club is offering. They will give you a prepaid shipping label, and you can return your canvas for a full refund. Your kit, rather, not just canvas. I'm sorry, I don't want to speak. Your whole kit for the free refund, or for the full refund. Or if you want to keep it, they have some other compensation options as well. So all this to say, if your canvas happens to have the pink lines on the perforations, you can contact Diamond Art Club's customer support, and they have some different options to make it right. So just wanted to make sure I mentioned that, just in case, even though this has not been affected, and even if it had been, I wouldn't be worried about it, because with all these dark colors and with the fact that it has square drills, you wouldn't see them. So anyway, we have a legend up here at the top left with all 84 of our colors going all the way down the edge, and the same legend over here at the bottom right. The canvas is big with that many colors. I'm going to recommend making use of the stickers that it came with instead of always referring to the legend, but you do whatever works for you, of course. So down here we have a thumbnail of the original artwork, the title, the size, and then copyright. So Diamond Art Club has legally licensed this piece from Moonbound Studio. They both have their permission to use this artwork as a diamond painting and are compensating them as well. This is the case with all of their artwork. Then we have their socials down here and yet another discount code. And here's some information about their lifetime warranty. As long as you're the original owner and purchaser of your kit, you're covered under that lifetime warranty, which includes things like if your canvas is affected by those pink lines, or if you have any issues with, the drills or anything like that, you can just contact customer support and they'll take you from there. Now, looking up close, I was curious to see if we'd have much in the way of color blocking in this kit, given the number of colors that we have. We have little bits of color blocking that I'm seeing so far. So for example, you see how we have a bunch of the same symbol in a small area? That's technically color blocking, even though it's a small area. Actually, the cat is as well. So it's a block of color, literally, and you will be able to grab a multi-placer and have that color in your tray for a while. And typically, areas like that are going to go faster. Looking at this kit though up close, I'm definitely seeing much more in the way of confetti. Confetti is where you have a lot of color changes in a small area, more in the way of single placing and changing out the color in your tray more often. Actually, here, these colors, the shading, this is some color blocking, but generally speaking, like here's some good confetti examples in here. Generally speaking, what I'm seeing with this kit is a bit more confetti heavy, especially in these background colors for sure. There's a little character. I know she doesn't have a ton of detail, but I feel like it totally works for kind of the vibe of the artwork, and they would have had to make this piece truly massive to give her a ton of detail. But even when I look at the original artwork, I feel like that character doesn't have necessarily a ton of detail. It's more like the impression of her being there as opposed to like this being this really highly detailed figure. Okay, our blood moon here, I don't know if it's technically that, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's some color blocking in there for sure. And a little bit in the night sky, there's bits and pieces. But overall, this I would definitely say is a more confetti heavy painting. So if that's something that you either love or don't necessarily love, either way, hopefully this lets you know kind of what to expect. But it does have, some color blocking in there, so. We're at almost 76 centimeters, kind of like 75 and a half. Okay, we're listed as 75.9. This way we're at almost 56, not quite. We're listed as 55.8, so let's call that true to size. Let's take a look at the diamonds next. I would love to see, I'm dying to see the special drills in this kit so bad. So, by the way, there's a sticker on here, tells you what kit these go with, just in case you store the diamonds separate from the canvas and outside the box they came in. All right, so here is our color spread. Let's see what kind of variety we're working with in terms of these dark drill colors. So we do have 4 bags of 939. The DMC code is, of course, printed on the bags. 4 bags of 500. It's a really dark green color. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 bags of 310. 3 bags of 823. Okay, so yeah, some of these dark colors we really do have a good amount of. A ton of shades of like green, grayish brown. And if you were curious, Diamond Art Club does put their diamonds roughly in order of weight. So you see we're going from like the most amount of diamonds down to the fewest. Here's an example of a 6,000s range color. You can see it doesn't have any special drill coating on it. What's special about it is that apparently this shade of purple doesn't exist in the DMC, and Diamond Art Club created it. So Diamond Art Club does create all of their diamonds in-house. That means they have a pretty good control. They have a lot of control over the quality as well as their ability to make colors. So here's our first special drill color though. Love this deep dark pink, kind of almost magenta color, Z718. This is a fairy dust diamond. Fairy dust diamonds have a fine glitter coating on the top that just gives it some nice shimmer. It's a more subtle effect when it comes to special drills, but is definitely my favorite of the special drill types because it is so subtle. I love that fine glitter coating so much. I think it's beautiful. And again, especially against the dark colors in this kit, any special drills we have are, in my opinion, I just first impressions, they're really going to stand out quite a lot. So I see our next special drill is going to be Z3865. This is a white fairy dust. This is a little harder to see the glitter coating on, but oh, there you go. You can see it. It's so pretty. And then we're getting into a little bit more variety in terms of color because these aren't just going to be the background colors. Ooh, here's a fairy dust color I don't know that I've seen before. Z932. This is a nice kind of grayish blue fairy dust. I love that. In my opinion, kind of the darker the color that has the fairy dust coating, the more that coating really does pop. So that looks so good. And there's, yeah, we have tons and tons of diamonds, tons of strands to work with here. Let's see. Here's our first AB diamond. So AB 603. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These are named after the Northern Lights. They have a really super shiny iridescent coating on the top that you can see is kind of reflecting a variety of colors. And it's really going to kind of grab the colors of the diamonds around it and reflect off those as well. And is really going to draw your eye to the areas that it has been charted. So we have this nice pink AB. I'm already trying to guess where some of these special drills are going to be found. Here's our other AB, which is AB 3078. It's a light yellow AB. I guess it's in the windows for that one. I think, yeah, we do. Here's our last fairy dust. We just have the 4 fairy dust colors, right? Yes, 4 fairy dust, 2 AB. This is beautiful. This is an olive green fairy dust. I love that. I love it. I want to work with this fairy dust so bad. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. Lots of earth tones in here for sure. I find the Diamond Art Club square drills tend to be pretty consistent in size and shape. Diamond Art Club does have, like I mentioned earlier, quite a lot of quality control over their diamonds, and that means that they tend to be pretty consistent in size and shape and sit really well next to each other on the canvas. Diamond Art Club's drill field is typically with square drills pretty snug, like they sit pretty tightly together, and so it's even more important in that case that we have diamonds that are really nice quality and don't have tabs or inconsistencies that mean that they're not going to sit neatly together. We don't want them to be like popping off the canvas at all. So we didn't have huge numbers of any of those special drills, but we did have, some. So the good news is I think that they're going to be, knock on wood, not too tricky to find in here because we're really, I don't think going to see them in the dark colors almost at all. We're going to be looking at some of these pops of color and seeing the special drills there in particular. So first, that pink AB that we had is going to be sprinkled in some of these, the tops of these particular flowers over here. And then these flowers up here are that darker pink fairy dust color. I'll bring you back over here really quickly. That's not one of our special drill symbols, no. There is some of the dark pink fairy dust. It's the darker pink you see of these flowers right here. Then the tops of these ghosts are the white fairy dust, which I love. I was hoping those would be special drills. The pink in these flowers over here, those are all going to be the dark pink fairy dust. And then the top of this ghost is going to be the white fairy dust. What are other special drill symbols? I don't want to miss those. Let's see. We had the yellow, and then there's our other fairy dust colors, that green and that blue color. I don't think I see the green or the blue in the ghosts. I think the ghosts just have that white. We do have the blue fairy dust in this ghost. It's the 2 slashes right here. I don't see it in these ghosts. How about this one? Yeah, so these ghosts have the white fairy dust up at the top, and this blue with the 2 slashes, that's that kind of grayish blue fairy dust color. Pretty. Okay. Let's take a look up here. I'm really worried about missing it. So yeah, in the windows, we do have some of the yellow ABs. It's the circle with the line through it. We see that in a ton of the windows there. And then This outline of this window is a dark pink fairy dust color. And it's the upside down T. It's the outline of this window too. Then I see some of that olive green fairy dust and some of this greenery. It's this light green with the 3 triangles. Put this back down, you can see. It's light green through some of this ivy hanging from the windows. It's through some of these colors as well. And then in this window, we have the yellow ABs, the light yellow ABs in the middle of each of these windows, and the outlines are the dark pink fairy dust on both. Then the roof actually, in the camera, it looks like the lighter pink, kind of these like, I'm playing what they're called, but it's the edge of the roof. That's the dark pink fairy dust color. It's up on this roof too. And the tips of these flowers are a mix of the dark pink fairy dust as well as the pink AB color. The witch that's sitting here has white fairy dust in the white of her shirt. And then these pink flowers are made up of the dark pink fairy dust too. No, okay. I don't see, interestingly, I don't see any special drills in the rainbow. That's more of a neutral look overall. However, you see the white dots, little white sprinkles through there and some of the white down here. That is our white fairy dust color, including in the moon, the white dots, that's white fairy dust. Then in the center of the moon, you see the lowercase n. That one, I'm blanking, is going to be our pink AB. Just double checking my special drills. Okay. Yeah, so the pink AB is going to be in the moon. It's the letter N. And we're going to hop over to this ghost over here. So the white in this ghost, the black dot on the white background, is going to be white fairy dust. And then this blue color, this bluish gray color, is going to be the bluish gray fairy dust. It comes down here as well. It's over here in this ghost. And this ghost has white fairy dust up here. So this is kind of the building that's in the background, the windows of this building. Those slashes there, that's going to be that bluish gray fairy dust. It's over here too. Again, the white dots in the background up here are going to be the white fairy dust. And just checking, because for some reason I'm feeling like, did I miss one? I guess that olive green fairy dust was really just in the greenery on the house. And otherwise, I think we got it. So yeah, it's pretty subtle. That dark pink fairy dust is the one we have the most of. I think that placing it in the flower buds is going to be really pretty. Of course, the ghosts have to have special drills, and I love the ones that they've added there. I feel like this would be a fun one to potentially enhance if you wanted to add a little bit more. For example, I think that the rainbow, you could maybe even add some more fairy dust type drills, or even like a little bit more sparkle in the moon. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for in a painting, but I like the Diamond Art Club took this artwork that really is, generally speaking, pretty muted in tone and really tried to stay true to that and accent the areas that do stand out and I think deserve to be accented. So I'm excited for the fairy dust drills in this one in particular. I think they're going to look so good, especially in the ghosts. I think that is my personal favorite. But yeah, you guys, this is Witch's Cottage by Moonbound Studios. I have a couple of kits from this artist in my stash, but I have yet to work on one. I'm not sure if this will be one or the one for me, or I'm kind of coming out of Halloween season, so I don't know that I'll be working on this one super soon, but I have loved how these pieces have turned out when I've seen people share completed pictures, which, by the way, I know that when I'm debating whether or not I want to work on a kit or get a kit, if it's one that's been around for a little while, like some of Moonbound Studios' other artworks, I'll go to the review section on the Diamond Art Club website, and there'll often be pictures of completed kits in there, which is really fun to actually get to see. And a lot of times in Facebook groups, you'll see that as well. So that's just a couple of places you can check if you really want to have some extra help deciding, if this is something that is for you. But for this one, this is one of the new releases this weekend. It's not out yet. I feel very lucky that it came in on time and I had it to share with you all. And I genuinely hope that this unboxing did help you decide if this is going to be on your shopping list for the weekend. There's some really pretty kits coming out this weekend, and I'm curious to hear if this one is on your shopping list or if any of the others are, or is this maybe going on your wish list for later, or is it just one you're going to enjoy it vicariously through others as they're working on it? So you guys let me know what you think in the comments. A really quick recap though, I'm out of practice. The release time for this is going to be tomorrow, which is Saturday, November 2nd at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Diamond and Ruby tier rewards members do get that early access window, so be sure to set your alarms if this is a must-have for you, and best of luck if you are shopping. Please like this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would love to have you here. I do unboxings and reviews from a wide variety of companies and a wide variety of kits, and do things like tutorials and weekly whip and chats here as well. And yeah, I'd love to have you here as part of my community. I'm gonna let you go. Have a day and a week that's as amazing as you are, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.